So our physical brains, and the essence of our brains, are wired automatically to stack negative evidence based on fear in order to quote unquote keep us safe. And so we've known this for decades and decades, if not hundreds of years. Now with this shift into the 5D consciousness, we're wanting to start stacking evidence that's positive. We're wanting to start stacking evidence of miracles and magic, especially when zero effort is made, right? Those really magical, pure moments of the most amazing manifestation, even if it doesn't feel like the full fruition of our dreams and visions, even if it just feels like a microcosm or a small portion of the energy that we're ultimately wanting to experience. And I'll give you an example right here. So just maybe 40 minutes ago, I was reading a book, and I was reading about this woman who was a writer and a speaker and a coach, similar to myself, who was involving herself in a lot of podcasts. And I thought to myself, man, I'd really like to do some podcasts. I've done a few before, and I've been interviewed before, but I thought to myself, I really want to get more and more into that. I like that experience. I like that feeling of being questioned and interviewed. It brings out so many things about myself and my work that I haven't even thought, to bring out. So not 20 minutes later, I get a text from a friend of mine's daughter, okay? So this daughter is a teenager. She's maybe 16 years old, And I didn't even know who it was. I thought it was a client or something that I didn't remember, or a new client texting me. And I said, hello, how can I help you? And then when I asked Spirit who it was, Spirit made the connection. And I said to her, oh my goodness, hello, how are you? What can I do for you? And she said, well, I've got this journalism class, and we're supposed to find somebody interesting in our experience that we would like to interview and have an interview in person and really get to know about their life. And I just thought of you immediately, and I thought you were an interesting person. I wanted to interview you. And I thought, how cool is that? How magical is that? That my experience of just wanting to practice, in the interview process and delve into the parts of my psyche and my work and my own belief systems that perhaps I haven't even come to realization myself. And that immediately within 20 minutes of having that desire, something showed up for me. Now here's the catch, Is that like the full experience, the full fruition of what I'm ultimately wanting to experience, and the level of exposure I'm ultimately wanting to experience? Maybe not, but the energy is the same. And I acknowledge what? I acknowledge that I made zero effort. Zero. No effort in order to attract that energy and make it happen. What you feel is a small and not enough is the exact energy that you need to bridge yourself into that same energy being multiplied. Tony Robbins always says, if you have $1 and you don't give 10 cents from your dollar to charity or to someone else or to be of service in some way, there's no way if you have $100 you're going to give $10. So really start to acknowledge and stack the evidence in your brain and your mind of those positive experiences, but specifically reiterate, when you stack that evidence, specifically reiterate that there was no effort. Like, I literally didn't have to do anything. And maybe it's possible that other experience with the same energy multiplied, the energy magnified and multiplied, maybe it's possible that can even happen with little to no effort. I found a $10 bill in the grocery store the other day, and I'm like, what would it have been to find a $100 bill? You know what I'm saying? Or more, and why is the difference in my mind that this is, of course you'd find a $10 bill, but people usually say that with pennies. $10, that's a lot just to find in the parking lot. maybe I could find more with no effort. Maybe money does really grow on trees. Maybe podcast interviews really do pop up in my inbox and my voicemail. Maybe this connection, this soulmate you're wanting to connect with, maybe they really are around the corner when you take your walk in the morning with your dog. Start to stack that evidence of miracles and magic in your life, especially when there was zero effort made. And then your psyche, your mind will start to be programmed and automated to expect those kinds of miracles. Yeah? You're doing a great job at life. I love you so much. Mwah.